Good morning, everyone. I've got my green tie as we're talking about green spaces today. Thank you to Liz, Stuffins, James, and everyone else who has helped to organise this wonderful conference here in the Mac Centre, one of our best centres that we have in the city, and you're in one of the most beautiful parks that we have in the city. It's an exemplar park, Canil Park, and it's great that this park was showcased around the world during the most successful Commonwealth Games. We had the marathon coming through the park, so thank you to everyone who was involved in that and to the Commonwealth Games for allowing us to use the park to host the marathon. And in future years, hopefully it will be used again for many, many events that we as a city have aspirations to host. As Liz said, you're very welcome to join us here in Birmingham today, now a city of nature, as well as the UK's only biophilic city member. Birmingham is also a tree city of the world and a Queen's Canopy champion city, and we have developed an urban forest master plan. So thank you to all the officers, some of them are here for being party to that. So thank you, really appreciate it. Birmingham also has a rich history of horticulture with over 30 gold medals now at the Chelsea Flower Show, with plants still grown in our own nurseries at Cofter Nursery. Again, thank you to all the officers who play a pivotal role in growing all of our plants, which are now world-class shown across the world. We're also very proud of our park network. We have 631 parks in the city. That's 631 parks with around 10,000 acres, which is 16% of Birmingham's land open space, with an ambition of becoming a city of 1,000 parks and open spaces. We also have 1,398 hectares of woodland. We believe in planting for the future. That's why we're really proud that we have planted 100,000 trees this year with Birmingham Trees for Life. This partnership has been going since 2006 with an aim to increase our tree canopy across the whole city. We have planted trees every year. Most have been planted with volunteers and school children, not only building our urban forest plan, but building the next generation of park managers. The City Council is responsible for over 700,000 trees, and we aim to have a tree for every resident of the city, so we still have another 414,000 trees to plant in the city. Growing your own food has many benefits. The act of growing keeps you healthy, and the food produced is far better for you than what you can buy in supermarkets. We are keen to encourage growing wherever we can. We have 7,377 allotments, plots over 113 sites, and the produce that they produce is second to none. We're actively looking at growing our community growth spaces in different parts of the city and trying to encourage growing our community offer. Building on the success of the Commonwealth Games, we are becoming a more active city with more than 387 play areas and outdoor gyms and 148 formal sports pitches, and we have more planned across all parts of the city, so please watch this space. Our park network is built on the investment from some very forward-thinking Victorians. The Birmingham Parks Act 1854 allowed the city to develop its park network. You are in Canil Park today, often referred to as the People's Park, and is 100% gifted as a completed park by the city philanthropist Louisa Ryland. Louisa Ryland is one of the Birmingham Park's heroes, donating and investing in many of our earlier parks. When the park was opened, Louisa made a few constraints. One was that she wasn't recognised for her gift. Cannon Park was opened in 1873 and 150 years old next year. You will have to come back and see what we have planned for its birthday. And a shout out to Tony Fox, who's sitting there in the second table. He is a legend in Cannon Park and the city, and thank you for all the work that you've put into this park and other parks across it. It's very much appreciated. Canning Park has been totally respected by the citizens of this city since it's been recognised as being open to all. I hope that over the course of the day you get a chance to have a look around and enjoy it. Building on the idea of parks for all, we have always been open to residents informing and being involved in the management of our parks. We have a very vibrant Friends of Parks network with an umbrella organisation, Birmingham Open Spaces Forum, that produces over 24,128 days of volunteering, equating to over £1 million. So thank you to all the volunteers across the city for all their support in managing our parks. We are keen to expand our volunteering and gardening offer to tackle some of our open space across the city. Our aim is to turn unwanted spaces, alleyways and disused land from places when antisocial behaviour takes place or flight-tipped hotspots to small community gardens packed with nature-friendly plants to support our wildlife and bring communities together. As Cabinet Member for Environment, I want to change our management plans to ensure our parks and open spaces are fit for the next generation. We are the custodians of our park network, so it's important that we think to the future. To this end, we are planning to stop the use of pesticides and plant more pollinators and wildflower meadows across our network of parks. We cannot do this alone without our volunteers. Birmingham Open Space Forum, we have developed an alliance with our landowners and environmental groups to ensure that we all working to a common goal, and this is to make Birmingham a place people want to visit, live and invest in. The COVID pandemic showed us all how much our parks are needed. We noticed a 90% increase in usage. The residents of this city flock to our parks to reconnect to nature and be with others. This is really powerful, and as an authority we recognise that the role of parks play in community life, and you will hear later we plan to make our offer equitable across the whole city. The way parks will need to be managed does need to change. I am well aware of the budget reductions that this industry has had over the recent years. The challenge for all of us is to find a different way to manage our parks, find new partners, re-engage communities and grow our opportunities. Your programme looks to be an excellent one, wrestling with many of the tough questions the park sector have to face today, but with some great input from national specialists and best practice that we can all learn from. Your programme themes of placemaking and partnership chimes really well with our work on environmental justice and the formation of our City of Nature Alliance. Your other theme of placekeeping fits really well with our work on the Birmingham Fair Park Standard, proposing a national benchmark for a new minimum standard all parks should reach. You will be able to hear much more about that across the day. I hope that you will be inspired to do something different as a result of today. Parks are a vital part of city living, and if we can't make it work, who will? Thank you for listening, and I am around for the next few hours if you need to speak to me. Thank you.